All right, everybody, it's time for the next round of What's in the Box. We do have the Amazon Black Box H case here. I assume at this point most of you watching this video are at least fairly familiar with these boxes. If you're not, that's okay. We'll talk about them a little bit more toward the end. And I will give you my opinion on the boxes overall and this one in particular. Of course, in these boxes, we always have the chance to get a treasure hunt, super treasure hunt, and there's usually some other cool cars along the way. So be sure to stick around and see what all we get. We'll leave a link in the description to these in case it's something you're interested in picking up. And let me know if you have bought these, what kind of luck you've had with them. Have you got anything cool? Because they can kind of be a mixed bag, just to be honest with you. But for now, let's go ahead and get into the cars. Starting out with the 70 Dodge Charger, tuned. This is new for 2023, and this is one of the cars from the Fast and the Furious series. One cool thing about this is that they did at least pair it with the tuned version of the Supra, so that's available too, if this is something that you're interested in. Have the Lamborghini FKP 37, really sleek looking car here. Love this orange paint, really nice body lines. End it with some really good details back here and a cool looking license plate. Batman Forever Batmobile, another new casting for 2023. This is the second coloration we've had of this year. Not exactly movie accurate, but I'm really digging this kind of like gunmetal gray here. If you're a Batmobile fan and you're not just like a purist that you only want to have this in black, this is definitely one that you'll want to pick up, I think. Cool combi, a little bit more subdued than the ones we've had recently. Not Zamac, not yellow, but kind of like a primer gray. And I really dig this like brown interior with this color. Just a really nice kind of chill coloration of this car. I'm digging it. 71 Plymouth GTX. Nice to have a little extra Mopar muscle here. I think they did a really good job with this. It's a nice casting overall. Really cool choice of color. And what I really like is, of course, we have the black accents, but we have this really cool badging in this lighter orange here for the 440. If you're a Mopar fan, definitely one that you're going to want to be picking up. Pagani Zonda. When I first saw this, I thought, man, I've seen that before. And if you're not familiar with the black boxes, there's not supposed to be any repeats in these cases. So I think what I was getting it mixed up with was the other Pagani in blue, the one that starts with the H. I'm not going to try to pronounce it. I don't want to butcher it for you guys, but hopefully you know the one I'm talking about. But either way, I'm a pretty big Zonda fan. I do think it looks really good in blue here, and they did a nice job on the wheel choice. Definitely accents the paint. We have here a treasure hunt. This is the Ducati 1199. Really nice looking bike. I've kind of given Hot Wheels a hard time for making so many motorcycles lately, and definitely for making 2 treasure hunts in 1 year a motorcycle. But at least this one is a little bit different. Really cool wide tire there in the back. The more I look at this one, honestly, the more I kind of like it. But I do enjoy the fact, I don't have anything against dirt bikes, but I do enjoy the fact that this is not another dirt bike. So pretty cool pickup there. As far as treasure hunts goes, this is the 8th case I've got, the 8th black box, I should say. And I think I've got 5 or 6 treasure hunts so far, so not too bad as far as that goes. BMW A Roadster, just a nice clean-looking BMW car. Some pretty cool body lines here. Nice windshield. Interior looks good. Pretty good details on the back. Overall, a nice little pickup if you are a BMW fan. Roller Toaster, obviously fantasy casting, so not going to be one of the more popular cars in here. But I'll tell you what, my little boy absolutely loves these. So this is the second color we've had of this one this year. I believe the first one was like a red and a blue. As far as fantasy castings goes, pretty cool little deal. And the toaster part does kind of work. You can pop the toast up and down. Neat little pickup. Matt and Debbie Hayes, 1988 Pro Street Thunderbird. Of course, I think this is the second version we've had of this car. I did get this mixed up earlier in the year with another Thunderbird that we've had, but I believe this is only the second time we've had this. The original release was in pink. Pretty cool looking car there. And I like this black and gold. I think it looks nice. Definitely a nice pairing as far as recolors go. Rock and Railer, another new casting for 2023. Fantasy casting. But I do like this one because it looks like something that you could absolutely see racing on the salt flats. But one interesting thing here about this is that they decided to mold half of the motor in with the body. So the top, the blower, the top of the block, the intake is all cast with the body. And then the heads and the headers are like a separate piece. I don't know why they didn't just make the motor all one chrome piece. Kind of interesting. Definitely a little bit different. Cloak and Dagger, another fantasy casting here. I feel like I've seen this one pop up a lot lately. I've definitely seen it in 5-packs, probably some other multi-packs too. But as far as art cars go, this is definitely a nice canvas for that. And pretty cool looking, to be honest with you. I kind of like it. One neat thing I saw about this on the back of the card, because I'm not really familiar with this casting, is that the top comes off of it, and it kind of looks like a skull under there or something. So I may open this in a separate video, but I'm definitely going to open this up and check it out. I think it's a pretty cool looking car. Fast Feline, at least I assume that's how they want you to say it. Kind of puts me in mind of like a sleeked up, cartoony, or like a tuned version of a Jaguar. Maybe some odes to some other sports cars in there. But definitely an interesting coloration here. It almost looks brown, but it's like just a metallic purple with yellow here. Really nice looking car, to be honest with you. I think this would have looked really good had they done it on an actual licensed car. And with that kind of puts me in mind of the Super Treasure Hunt. We're kind of nearing the end of the cars we got here. And I'll just go ahead and let you know that the Super Treasure Hunt in this case would have been the Glory Chaser. It's not a new casting, but it is a fantasy casting, kind of a race car. Almost looks a little bit similar to this, honestly. And the Super Treasure Hunt in this case, or if you get the regular version, not the Super, they both have Gulf livery on them. So pretty cool looking car. Unfortunate we didn't get that. As far as Super Treasure Hunts goes in these cases, I have, out of 8 cases so far, got 2 Super Treasure Hunts, which can be a little underwhelming to some people, and honestly, I was hoping to get more than that, but really 2 out of 8 for Supers is not bad odds. Moving on here with the last few cars, we have the Jaguar I-Pace E-Trophy. Kind of puts me in mind of the Mustang EV that we've had, which was also a really good looking car. I believe the last one they did was in blue. This is just a really nice looking casting here. They did a really good job. It has some cool body lines and details. The paint and the accent colors look really good here, as well as the graphics. I don't know what to say about it. Just honestly, I'm kind of surprised at how much I like this car, to be truthful. Really cool looking casting. Hope they do some other nice things with that in the future. Corvette Grand Sport Roadster. Without even looking at the card on this, I recognize this as being the one from the Fast and the Furious series. And I can't remember if I talked about it yet or not, but these boxes are not supposed to have duplicates, so it's supposed to be something that was a first time available in that case. The casting doesn't have to be new, but at least is going to be a new coloration. And so when I looked at this, I thought, well, we've had that before. So the only thing I can think of, I'm going to have to go back and look. They may have not actually done this in a mainline so far. It may have been what they call the premium assortment, and I guess that's how they're getting away with that. But that's something interesting I'm definitely going to look into. But as far as Corvettes go, even if you're not a Fast and the Furious fan, this is definitely a nice pickup for Corvette fans. Really good looking casting. And the last one in this box is the 70 Dodge Power Wagon. Nice coloration here. I'm a pretty big Power Wagon fan, especially in Hot Wheels. And one thing I like about these is that the undersides of them, they don't do the casting to where it looks kind of funky up under it. Even the front end doesn't look too bad as far as being like a jacked up truck. Sometimes the way they cast them, they try to do like some axle and suspension stuff, and it just looks kind of wonky, for lack of a better term. Really good job on the color here. And honestly, I normally don't like the mud studs, but I don't mind them too much on this one. They did a good job with the mud graphics here on the side too. So not a bad pickup there. Pickup, pun intended, right? So overall, I'm pretty pleased with this. We did get a treasure hunt. No Super, unfortunately, but I definitely am happy with well over half the box here. And as far as fantasy castings goes, I know I don't mind those as much as some other people. But for what you have here, there are some actually nice fantasy castings as well. So Definitely pleased with that. Could have been much, much worse. Truthfully, I was a little underwhelmed with my last couple of boxes, and I think this one has made up for it. So let's get into, if you're not familiar with these, I'll kind of give you the rundown real quick. Hot Wheels makes 15 different cases of cars each year, and they all have, there can be some duplicates in between, but these black boxes are supposed to be only new castings, only new colorations. So you shouldn't get any duplicates, even if you buy all of them, at least from case to case. And you do have a good chance to get a treasure hunt, super treasure hunt. And the big problem most people have with these is that mine cost about $1.76 per car. So these are really good if you can't get to the store around you before it gets picked through, or if you just don't have Hot Wheels available to you close by. You're getting Hot Wheels shipped straight to your door for not a lot more than you'd pay for them in the store, and you're guaranteed no duplicates, basically. So as long as you don't mind getting some fantasy castings in there, or not being able to pick exactly what you want, definitely not a bad deal. So guys, like I said, let me know if you've purchased these, what kind of luck have you had. If you haven't, if you're new to these, do you plan on picking any up? And if you like this unboxing and review video, I think you'll like some of our other stuff as well. We've done all the black boxes so far. We do mainlines, premiums, RLC, all kinds of stuff. And YouTube should be popping you up a video here that they think that you'll enjoy watching. Be sure to check that out and check out some of our other videos as well, guys. Appreciate y'all watching so far. Hope everybody's having a good week, and happy hunting, y'all.